Well, hello, this is Ironman Herb Bailey. You got Charlie the Mug behind me, and you have reached the Bailey Brew Sports Chat. As the train kept on rolling all night long, music comes on from Aerosmith. This sports webcast will keep rolling all years long. We're going to be here for a while. Now, this is not my usual set. My usual set is actually being used. It's a clubhouse, and but it was being used today, so I need to be a good person and allow other people to use my set. But we're here, and we're on this Thursday at 7 p.m. You're seeing Bailey Brew Sports Chat across the nation and around the world. Allow me to shut this off for a second, and we will get going on the show. Okay. What we're going to talk about today is I'm going to talk about coffee, because anybody that knows Ironman Herb Bailey knows that he's all about coffee. And so, I have some iced coffee going. We're going to talk about coffee and exercise, because anyone who knows Herb Bailey knows that he's into exercise, and how the two merge together. And I want to really expound on it, because all of you should start training now for next year's September 9th, 2017 Bailey Fitness Brew. 7 miles walk, run, bike, 70-minute cardio, yoga, and 70-minute weight training. I know some said that they were real stretched this year with it in the first annual, as we covered 28 states and 3 countries. And we're looking for more next year. We're going to have shirts made up and all that in 2017. But I want to talk about coffee and its relation to exercise, because there is a common bond there. Black coffee, that is. And you're looking at my hat saying, he's got a Celtics painter's hat on, doesn't he? Yes, he does, and it's from 1985. So that's how old this thing is. But it has Larry Bird's name on it, and ML Carr, and the Chief, and Kevin McHale, all the greats. They were, and still are, my team, the Boston Celtics. So, in case you were wondering about the hat. Coffee and exercise. Coffee with exercise, before exercise now, before you exercise. With black coffee, it is used in a way that it will cause fat cells to be used as energy. It causes fat cells to be used as energy. So if you're all these protein drinks and all that, black coffee before an exercise. Black coffee before exercise. And coffee will increase your metabolism, which makes you burn more calories throughout the day. Coffee is not a bad thing. And so, coupled it with exercise, I just think that it would be a great thing to enhance the training for next year's Bailey Fitness Brew, as we will reach more of the country and around the world with a great day of fitness connected through social media. It should be fun, and I'm looking forward to it already. And it's not even Christmas 2016 yet. But it's all about the exercise. It's all about the exercise. Those of viewers that don't know, I lost 110 pounds. I got into tremendous shape, and now I'm into weightlifting a lot. At 52, almost 53 years old, and I'm encouraging you to get into the best shape of your life. My 53-year-old birthday next year, I want to be the best 53 I can be. And that involves commitment. That involves exercise. That involves, I do yoga and meditation and great things like that will enhance your life. And so, do it. And incorporate coffee with it. People say that Dunkin' Donuts should be paying me. But I'll tell you this, that I love just a good cup of coffee, but if it enhances a workout, more power to it. And congratulations to all those people that did the Bailey Fitness Brew this past year, the 2016 version. And I know you're going to be hyped up to do 2017. So I'm looking forward to it. Now, on my Wednesday morning mug this week, I talked about what Steam from the Charlie Harper mug has said about the NFL picks. I just want to touch on a few of them in the Bailey Brew Sports Chat show, and that is that I picked the 49ers over my New York Jets. I think the steam was just a little wrong on that. I'm going to reverse it, okay? And I can do that because it's my show. I think the Jets will beat the 49ers this week. Now, there's a lot of talk in the New York area that's saying that Colin Kaepernick could be on his way to the Jets next year. Please, no. I do not want to see Colin Kaepernick as a New York Jet for the obvious reasons. And so I hope that's wrong. I hope Ryan Petty there, second-year man out of Baylor, will get a 4-week look-see if he can quarterback the team. Bryce Petty, I'm sorry. And I think he can do it. I think he has all the skills. So I hope that they give him the proper shot and he beats the Patriots in a few weeks. All right. I also think one of the best games is going to be the Browns over the Bengals. I do think that the Browns will get that victory this week. Ryan Griffith III is coming back to quarterback this week, and I believe that he will guide the Browns over the Bengals this week. And that should be a good game. And then, of course, the Giants, I think, are going to beat the Cowboys. Yes, he did say that. I think the Cowboys are on a great roll, but Big Blue is playing good also. And I think of course, they're rivals from a long time. Sims and even Staubach days. But back then, when Staubach was playing, the Giants really stunk. But it's a big rivalry, and I think that the Giants will beat the Cowboys this week. Also, as we roll into the shows, I'm going to be having a lot of guests on in the weeks to come, and I'll be back in my own set. If I'm not in my own set, I'm going to be in the conference room at the Calatonian newspaper. They have said that I can use the conference room if I'm interviewing somebody in the area here. So, but I'll also be interviewing people by Skype throughout the nation in the weeks to come. So this probably will be the last time you see me in something like this for the Bailey Brew Sports Chat. For the Wednesday Morning Mug, I'm in my man cave for the fastest 7 minutes in sports web talk. But for this show, I will be back next week in the set for the Bailey Brew Sports Chat. If not, then I'll be in the Calatonian in their office filming, because I'll have a guest that is from the area, and that makes more sense. Alrighty. And the future guest that I want to have on is Emerson Luazza, who is for the New England Sports Network. He's an anchor, and he covers the Celtics and the Patriots, and I've known him since my days in Elmira, New York, and so we're going to Skype interview on a show, and he's going to give us a lot of insights of what he sees and where he covers in the NBA and the NFL and all that. And he's a great guy and a big Notre Dame fan, as I am. So Emerson Luazza will be on in a few weeks. I'm going to have the Carleton County High School girls basketball coach Perry Smalls, and I'm going to have the wrestling coach Packy Burke, who is going to be on, and I hope to have a couple wrestlers on also from the Carleton County High School and talk wrestling, not pro wrestling. We can touch on pro wrestling, but real wrestling, and that should be good. And I hope to have Carleton Prep Academy head football coach Rob Gorel and some of his players that made the All-Star team. I hope to have them on in the weeks ahead also, and have a nice show there, and also a few other guests that from across the country that I'm trying to line up that will be good guests. That and there's a few of my friends from across the country that are really fitness people that train and coach fitness, and especially some of the there's a few ladies that I know in Connecticut that do that, and I might like to try to get them on a Skype interview to encourage everybody out there and glean from their insights on fitness and what it takes. But right now, a segment in which will be in every show on the Bailey Brew Sports Chat, will be something from my sports memorabilia and there's stories behind it. a lot of it. And today's memorabilia, there's a story. There's a story behind it. But and I wore this painter's hat on the Wednesday morning mug. And this is Yaz Day. Thanks, Yaz. It was 1983, Captain Carl, 1961 to 1983, a painter's hat. And I got a lot of memorabilia from that weekend. Yaz was a real special player to me growing up, and I was able to go to Yaz Day in Fenway Park in 1983, October 1st, and I sat in the first base line, and it was just a special day. They showered him with gifts, and he talked to the crowd, and there was a special moment in that Yaz Day that it was unexpected. He even talked about later in an interview that he was just spontaneous, and he really was kind of a guarded guy all his career. He didn't really show a lot of emotion. Right at the end of the ceremony, and you can YouTube this or Google it, and you'll see that he did this. He starts running around Fenway Park and just touching the fans from the first base line, the bleachers. He waved to the people in the bleachers, and then he went to the third base line, and I was on the first base line. And I remember, as it was yesterday, he cut him coming very close to where we were sitting, and just running by, and looking around the crowd, you could see people with watery eyes, kind of like what was happening with Big Papi this year. Yaz was a legend, and he spent his whole career with the Boston Red Sox, and after he was done, was another big groundswell of ovation, and Thanks for the Memories was playing. And then in his last game, they took him out early from left field, and as he was leaving, he took his cap. And this was another spontaneous thing. He saw a little boy near the home plate, and he made sure the little boy got his cap. And he went in the dugout, and that was it. And that was a special weekend. But after Yaz Day, the other story goes, because I was with a van load of about 4 or 5 other guys, big Red Sox fans, and we left, and we went to UMass because there was people that we had met that needed a ride to UMass. Well, long story short, our driver got arrested, and and so I remember making the call to my parents. Yeah, I'm gonna be a little late because we gotta find another driver because he got arrested in UMass. So, but that was a story from 1983. In 1983, I was 19 years old, and 19 years old. But I have a lot of Yaz memorabilia. The 1962 postcard of Yaz, and I collect a lot of memorabilia, a lot of sports cards. And weeks ahead, you'll see part of it, especially the ones with a story attached, and just a part. It'll be a major part of the show. Because I believe, and I'll be having a book that will be available next year. I've written called Sports Memories Woven into Life, and I believe sports memories really grab our attention. And the book is about taking the sports memories and finding things that can enhance our life, and because they are woven into our life. You think of a sports memory, then you think about what you were doing then, what was going on in your life then. And so it's an interesting book, and it will be in your hands in 2017. And so, Sports Memory Woven into Life. And as the weeks go by, I'll probably be giving some of my quotes from that book to hopefully help you along. But I also want to talk about something that I'm restarting, and is going global, and that is Huddle 5. It's a sports counseling organization that I had started in 2012, and really it's all about huddling up if you're an athlete of all ages, male, female, and finding ways to enhance your sports playing and your sports enjoyment. And I bring the athlete through 5 steps. That's either done on Skype, or if they're in the Charleston area, I can meet them in person. And but probably because it's a global reach, it will be done by 5 Skype sessions. And I take 5 lessons and from the huddle word, and bring the athlete into a place where they can enjoy and succeed on and off the field, but also have that enjoyment of what they're doing on whatever sport they're doing, and have a vision of where they want to go with it. And so I'll be giving you more information about that in the weeks ahead. Huddle 5, it's huddling up, and then after the huddle, when you succeed, what do? High five. High five. And so you'll be hearing more about that. And I hope that that catches fire, because I really want athletes to succeed in what they do. And sports is a great outlet. And if you're not having fun with it, or you're struggling with some part in it, you need to take a step back and see maybe if there's a wrong mindset, or you're doing something that can be changed. And I feel I know a lot about sports, so I feel I can help. I have a counseling degree, and so I kind of know what I've had a lot of sessions where I've had to counsel people. So I'm bringing it into the sports realm, and you'll be hearing more about that also. And so this is Herb Bailey, along with Charlie the Mug. This is a shortened version of Bailey Brew Sports Chat, but I wanted to have it this week. And we will be back in our set next week, and hopefully be bringing the guest on. I'll be working on that before next week. And we will have, and if you have any ideas for guests for the Bailey Brew Sports Chat, just reach me at BaileyBrewSportsChat@AOL.com, and we can connect through the email. And if you have someone that would be a good Skype guest, let me know. Would love to interview them. I know that I have a friend on Facebook that her son, Cody O'Connell, is from Washington State Cougars, is up for Player of the Year for the offensive lineman. And maybe I can get her to get him on the show. That would be a great interview. So, again, Ironman Herb Bailey saying, you have a great week, and I'll see you on the Wednesday Morning Mug next Wednesday, and I'm back on the Bailey Brew Sports Chat next Thursday night at 7 p.m., right where you're watching it right now. Have a great week.